Welcome to today's video, where we are discussing a powerful addition to your routine that transforms turmeric into a true inflammation killer. Have you ever had that frustrating feeling that despite doing everything correctly, eating clean whole foods, and religiously taking your turmeric supplements, you just aren't seeing that shift in your health? What if I shared with you that the turmeric bottle sitting in your pantry right now is likely only providing a tiny fraction of the anti inflammatory benefits it promises? Countless individuals across the globe have turned to turmeric as a natural remedy for joint pain, inflammation, and various other health issues. However, scientific research unveils a startling reality that the majority of people remain unaware of. The famous golden spice is actually holding back the vast majority of its healing potential. Before you get rid of your supplements, stay tuned because I am going to reveal a scientifically backed combination that turns turmeric from a minor aid into an absolute powerhouse for fighting inflammation. Before we get into the details of this game changing discovery, if you are new to our health journey, I want to extend a huge welcome to our community. We are building something incredibly special here, sharing evidence based insights that can genuinely change your life. If you are excited to learn something new, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you subscribe so you never miss our future content on natural solutions. I would also love to know where you are tuning in from, so please drop your city or country in the comments. It is inspiring to see our global community uniting for better health. Here is what researchers have found regarding turmeric supplementation in real world scenarios. When you consume turmeric or its active compound curcumin by itself, your body absorbs an alarmingly small amount. Multiple peer reviewed journals have published data demonstrating that curcumin has incredibly poor bioavailability. To put this in simple terms, most of the curcumin you swallow is either broken down before it ever reaches your bloodstream or it passes straight through your system unabsorbed. Studies confirm that after oral intake, curcumin is primarily excreted in feces, with only a negligible amount entering your blood and tissues. This issue goes even deeper. Studies indicate that even when curcumin does enter the bloodstream, it degrades rapidly. Research reveals it is chemically unstable at physiological pH levels and falls apart quickly in aqueous solutions. Your liver and intestine metabolize it so fast that very little remains to travel to other organs where it can perform its healing work. This explains why you might take turmeric consistently but feel minimal relief in inflammation symptoms. If turmeric hasn't worked wonders for you, you aren't imagining it. The fault isn't yours or the spice itself. It is simply that we have been utilizing it incorrectly. You might be thinking of black pepper right now. Yes, it contains piperine, which research shows helps absorption, but scientists have found something far more potent, a natural pairing that attacks inflammation through multiple pathways while boosting absorption. This revelation shifts our entire understanding of using turmeric. The real breakthrough arrived when researchers began investigating tart cherries, specifically the Montmorency variety predominantly grown in Michigan. Unlike typical sweet cherries, tart cherries are packed with an extraordinary concentration of anthocyanins, the deep red pigments responsible for their color. Research demonstrates that these cherries contain specific anthocyanins capable of blocking enzymes linked to inflammation, with an anthocyanin content significantly higher than their sweet counterparts. Clinical trials on tart cherry juice have yielded impressive data. A randomized controlled trial published in the journal Nutrients involving older adults aged 65 to 80 showed that participants consuming 480 milliliters of tart cherry juice daily for 12 weeks saw significant drops in inflammatory markers. In this group, levels of C reactive protein, a critical indicator of systemic inflammation, decreased by 25% compared to the baseline. Furthermore, the study observed an 11% reduction in oxidized LDL cholesterol and notable improvements in DNA repair activity. Research involving athletes is just as compelling. A study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition followed 54 healthy runners who drank tart cherry juice for 7 days leading up to a long distance relay race, averaging over 26 hours. These runners experienced significantly less muscle pain during and after the event compared to the placebo group, benefits attributed to the high antioxidant and anti inflammatory properties of the cherries. But here is where it gets truly fascinating. Scientific journals verify that tart cherry anthocyanins block cyclooxygenase COX enzymes. This blocking of COX enzymes is significant because it is the same inflammatory pathway targeted by medications like ibuprofen. Studies indicate that tart cherry anthocyanins can decrease both QX1 and COX2 activity. Essentially, these cherries naturally inhibit a major inflammation pathway that pharmaceuticals aim to suppress. Now, picture combining these two natural forces. Curcumin from turmeric blocks the NF kappa B pathway, which serves as one of the body's master switches for inflammation. Research in the Journal of Immunology and other peer reviewed publications has extensively documented how curcumin prevents the phosphorylation and degradation of I kappa B alpha, thereby inhibiting NF kappa B activation and blocking inflammatory gene expression. Meanwhile, anthocyanins from tart cherry juice inhibit the COX pathway. When put together, they generate what scientists refer to as a synergistic effect. You are effectively shutting down inflammation via two distinct mechanisms simultaneously, producing a comprehensive effect that neither ingredient could manage alone. The science backing this is robust. A groundbreaking 2021 study in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences looked at patients with colorectal polyps, precancerous lesions linked to inflammation. Researchers administered either a combo of curcumin and anthocyanin supplements or a placebo to 27 patients for 4 to 6 weeks prior to surgery. The results were striking, showing a significant borderline reduction of NF kappa B expression in adenoma tissue with a geometric mean ratio of 0.72. There was also a trend toward lower cell proliferation markers. The researchers concluded that combining anthocyanins and curcumin resulted in potentially favorable modulation of tissue biomarkers related to proliferation and inflammation. Think about what is occurring at the cellular level. Your body has various inflammation pathways because the process is complex. However, chronic inflammation, the type driving cardiovascular disease, arthritis, and other conditions, involves these pathways getting stuck in the on position. Curcumin helps flip off one set of switches by inhibiting NF kappa B, while anthocyanins flip off another set by blocking COX enzymes. Together, they offer comprehensive control, addressing the issue from multiple angles at once. Let's discuss what this implies for your daily life. Multiple studies verify curcumin's benefits for joint health. Systematic reviews and meta analyses show it significantly lowers markers like C reactive protein, TNF alpha, and IL 6. Some research even finds curcumin as effective as certain anti inflammatory drugs for improving function and reducing pain in osteoarthritis. Tart cherry juice shows similar potential. Research and current developments in nutrition suggests it reduces uric acid levels in overweight adults. In a randomized placebo-controlled crossover study, participants drinking 240 milliliters of tart cherry juice daily for 4 weeks saw significant reductions in serum uric acid compared to a placebo, which is especially relevant for those managing gout. Merging these compounds offers a dual approach to joint comfort. Active individuals and athletes also face unique inflammation challenges. A systematic review on exercise recovery found that consuming tart cherry juice for several days before and after intense activity improved strength recovery and lowered inflammation markers. The review highlighted that timing is crucial, noting the most benefit occurred when the juice was consumed for several days pre exercise. Researchers even coined the term precovery for this proactive management style. Sleep quality is another domain where this combination shines. A pilot study in the Journal of Medicinal Food observed 15 older adults with chronic insomnia who consumed tart cherry juice for 2 weeks in a randomized double blind crossover design. The juice was associated with statistically significant improvements in every sleep variable measured, likely due to the cherry's natural melatonin content and anti inflammatory properties. Preparing this powerful mixture is remarkably simple. You need 1 cup, or roughly 240 milliliters, of pure tart cherry juice with no added sugars. Be sure to read the label to ensure it is 100% tart cherry, specifically the Montmorency variety used in most research. To this, add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, choosing a high quality powder or finely grated fresh root. Finally, add a small pinch of black pepper as the piperine aids curcumin absorption. Mix thoroughly by blending or shaking vigorously in a closed container. The juice's natural tartness masks the bitter turmeric flavor, making it far more pleasant than plain turmeric water. Regarding timing, research suggests consuming this drink before bedtime is ideal. Studies on insomnia had participants drink it in the evening to leverage the melatonin content for better sleep. For athletes, the focus is on pre-recovery, so start consuming it several days before intense exercise, continuing through the event and for a few days after. While this combination is scientifically promising, maintain realistic expectations. Natural compounds operate differently than pharmaceuticals, offering gentler, more gradual effects. Research studies usually ran for weeks before measuring outcomes, so give yourself at least 1 to 2 weeks of daily use before judging the results. Remember, older adults in studies saw a 25% reduction in C reactive protein over 12 weeks, and polyp patients saw improvements after 4 to 6 weeks. Inflammation is individual, genetics, lifestyle, and diet influence your response. Treat this as part of a broader anti inflammatory lifestyle, combining it with stress management, sleep, exercise, and a whole food diet. Before starting, consult your healthcare provider if you are on blood thinners like warfarin or antiplatelet drugs, as both ingredients can have mild effects on clotting. Diabetics should note that 1 cup of tart cherry juice contains about 30 to 40 grams of carbohydrates and natural sugars, so monitor blood glucose carefully, though research in obese adults showed no significant changes in glucose over 4 weeks. Also, consider the calories. Studies used about 180 calories of juice daily, so factor this into your nutrition plan, perhaps swapping out another beverage. Compliance in studies was over 90%, meaning most people tolerate it well. This pairing represents a scientifically supported method to manage inflammation by hitting two pathways simultaneously. From joint comfort to exercise recovery and potential cardiovascular benefits, it offers a comprehensive effect. Allow 4 to 12 weeks to notice changes: less stiffness, better sleep, or reduced soreness. Pay close attention to how your body feels. Are you waking up with less stiffness? Are your joints more comfortable? Is post workout soreness less intense? Are you sleeping more soundly? Managing chronic inflammation requires consistency and time. If this video gave you valuable insights into natural inflammation management, please type yes in the comments. That simple word tells us you found this helpful and motivates us to create more evidence based content. If you enjoyed learning about this combination, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss our upcoming videos on nutrition science, natural health, and functional medicine. Share this video with anyone you know who struggles with joint discomfort or inflammation, or simply wants to optimize their health naturally. Knowledge is most powerful when shared, and together we are creating a movement toward informed, evidence based natural health choices. Here is your challenge: try making one change today. Whether it is swapping your supplement to a phospholipid version or adding healthy fat when cooking turmeric, pick one tweak. Apply it consistently for a month and track your digestion, recovery, and energy. That is how small, science forward changes create real transformation. Thank you for spending this time with me. Let's keep activating your body's natural power to heal, reduce inflammation, and thrive together. Thank you so much for watching and being part of our community. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep making choices that move you toward your best health.